It's the Caitlin
Yeah, I love Psychic Frog. I think Psychic Frog and Flash are both great pack one, pick ones. And obviously the Demonic Tutor's in here. That would be a great one too. I'm just going to take the Mox though. Keep it simple. Just draft the Mox. Ooh. I think there's two really premium follow-ups here in Strip Mine and a Johnny. And I think Ulamog would be my number 3rd. I just really enjoy an Eldrazi. I love an Eldrazi. Strip Mine would help you stay open. There's something to cutting colors too, though, right? And taking a card that can just do a ton, just do a lot. It does move us into Boros. I guess Strip Mine's not bad with a green start. Get some land recursion. Yeah, I think Strip Mine's intuitive. I'll take the Strip Mine. Likely the Copperline Gorge wheels, right? Could be another red-green deck, but I don't mind that. Our last red-green deck was pretty specific. Very different from like a Strip Mine recursion thing. Nice to start with a little Moxie Woxie. You're not wrong. You think Eldrazi are cooler than Phyrexians? Yeah, I don't think anyone disagrees with that, right? What even are Phyrexians? They're like the aliens from the Matrix or something? Hey, Possum Puncher, thanks for the sub, thanks for 41 months, appreciate you. That Wayfinder helps me find Strip Mine, I guess. I'm just grab the Taiga. I like being in red and 6 colors when I'm strip mining. Just makes sense to me. And then green's got a bunch of ways of tutoring for strip mine and recurring it. And red just like has a pretty high power level. I'm gonna take the Elvish Mystic out of this pack, but Eternal Witness and Stomping Ground are both tempting. Both a smidge tempting. Yeah, maybe I'll take the Witness, Very early Eternal Witness there. Might make more sense if we grab that Time Warp. Ooh, I'm into this Once Upon a Time. Free cantrip that finds strip mines. I am into it. So Expedition Map can tutor for strip mine, but that's very slow, right? Expedition Map turning for tutoring up Academy. Perfect. Love it. Tutoring up strip mine, very slow. It's like turn 3 or 4 before you're strip mining. It's too slow. I'm going to take the most aggressive Zurin Orb of all time. I just hope that lane's open. Feels like that's what we're angling for, right? I gotta say, I feel a lot better about only getting one draft in since it trophied. If I had lost in the finals there, it would have been so brutal. One draft in the feeder league. I'm just grabbing this Bloodbraid Challenger, and that card's great. Gaia's Cradle's also great. I'm not sure how many early game creatures we're actually going to end up with, though. Maybe if I take the Mana Dork over the Eternal Witness. The Cascade can help me put combos together, too. Same with Rumble here, If we're trying to land combo. You've been down on Norder. What's Norder? Oh, was that the looter? Thing about this Curator, the Malevolent Rumble pumps up the Tarmogoyf kind of nicely. Oh, Natural Order? Yeah, I've been really down on that one. With Natural Order, you almost need... Yeah, so Wayfinder can help you find the strip mine. We already have a few things that do that, though. I'm going to take the Research Desk. Those will be able to find more things. Be a nice cantrip for us. Yeah, it used to be that Natural Order was getting, like, the key ways to win with your green decks. Like Craterhoof and stuff. And now there's just not much there. Could take the Mystic, could take the Fireball. I'm going to take the Stomping Ground. The other red-green duel didn't wheel, so I might as well grab the ground here. What was I talking about? Oh, right, Natural Order. Yeah, the issue is, like, the best thing to Natural Order for is Atraxa. And you're fighting everybody for that Atraxa. Possibly I should have gotten the map in case we ended up with Dark Depths stuff. See this Thespian stage, This pack's sick. I like a fetch land. Could work out really well if you did end up being the red and 6 deck, right? Getting the fetch in there. ENT plays really well in these sort of decks. Pump your Tarmogoyf, that sort of deal. Really love Bristly Bill with a bunch of fetches and fetch recursion. Noble Hierarch would be great for the curve. I think I want Bristly Bill. I think Bill's the most, like, land combo-y. I wonder if I could wheel, though. Sometimes Bill just wheels, even though it shouldn't. I wonder if I can afford a fetch land pick here. A lot of good cards in this pack, huh? Yeah, the awkward thing about this pack is that we've got, like, 2 of the worst red cards in the pack here. 2 of the worst red cards in the whole cube chilling in the pack. You could take Mutt, that'd be fine. Exploration's not amazing either. Even, like, in this Land Matters deck, it might end up being terrible. I'm just gonna take the Mutt. Yeah, thanks for the sub, the Shek. Thanks for the 73 months. Appreciate it. The Nadu Splash would not be difficult, right? We have the Scalding Tarn here already. I think I'm supposed to grab Reclaimer. The Authority Splash is also tempting. Yeah, we got a Waterlogged Grove in the sideboard, too, for the Nadu. Could be real clean. Hey, Sladnas, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 31 months. Does the new Sorin see much play in this cube? It does not, no. Currently, our only colorless source for this Myco spawn is the Strip Mine. Maybe we can get some other stuff that goes well with it. I want it. I'm going to take it. Hey, Charlie to Strike, thanks for the sub, thanks for 72 months. Kind of regretting passing that Gaia's Cradle in pack 1. That's my main regret so far. Green Sun's not terrible here. Neither is Recurring Nightmare. Hey, Red 7, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 77 months. Red 7 for 77 months. Hey, indeed. Tamiyo is hot, but not off a splash. You want it to be a remain color, right? So you can play it turn 1 consistently. Green Sun's a pretty miserable Cascade. But if I did get Titania, I'd be happy to be able to tutor for it, right? I'll snag it. Well, we saw Thespian Stage going around. I guess we're taking the steps. Of course, will be good if we end up with Fast Bond. Love a Fast Bond. Nissa's interesting. Tutors for Elf or Elementals. So, I mean, we've got some Elves in here. Makes that fetch we grabbed earlier a little better. Bill came back. Bill and Inti came back. We're going to take Bill, but... yeah, Bill wheels a bit too often, in my opinion. I value Bill very highly. Can just, like, solo people by itself. The Nadu is still in here. We do have Bill to combo with Nadu now. Yeah, let's jam it. Let's grab it. Looks like the Thespian Stage is not coming back. Quadley could help fix for the Nadu. If we have to run a basic island off the Tarn. Foundation Breaker would have been a solid... ooh, I actually like this Talisman. It helps with the splash, and it's a colorless source for Mycospawn. Kicking a Mycospawn is so good. Is there a chance we're blue-green? I mean, sure. There's no way I'm not going to play this Bloodbraid Challenger, right? It's pretty free. Now we got Red and 6 Fable here. Our mana is not going to be good enough for this mana drain to be very good at all, right? And we've been building towards this Red and 6. In an ideal world, Red would have been open enough that we could slam this Fable and count on wheeling the Red and 6, but that just hasn't been the case. So I think we got to take the Red, even though I'd love this Fable. Fable's very high on my pick order. Like, if this was pack 1, pick 1, I would take Fable over Mana Drain, for reference. But we're here. We've got a Strip Mine deck with no ways of recurring it. We've been building around this Red and 6. And we just draft the card, huh? Just draft the card your deck needs. Don't overcomplicate it. Well, there's another reason for a blue splash. There's another couple of reasons here. Oko or Hull Breacher. If we had to draw 7, I'd be more into that Hull Breacher. I'm just going to take the Oko. Oko makes a couple rough matchups a lot better, right? Like if your opponent just like show and tells or reanimates a creature. Now we have an actual answer, right? The Generous Ent is interesting. I guess there's a Crucible of Worlds here. Kind Kind of weirdly tempted by this Lumberjack. Yeah, hopefully the Lumberjack comes back. I'm going to take the Crucible. Hey, fast bond, though. Now we're kind of doing stuff, huh? Not a lot of card draw to put everything together. We're going to have that Strip Mine very often because we're Claimers in our deck. And Malevolent Rumble is an impulse. Fortunately, the Zurin Orb, the Fast Bond, and the Crucible World, those are all permanents. And Malevolent Rumble can rebuy them. Or, I mean, tutor for them, like a filter for them, right? And then if any of them end up in the graveyard, Eternal Witness can rebuy them. Bloodbraid Challengers, Cascade means we're going to see them a little bit more often. Things like that. Research Desk is some nice cantripping. No actual tutors, though. It's not a bad Deathrite Shaman. Essica's Chariot's always good. We're just going to do the Wooded Foothills. We're not going to complicate this. Trinket Mage finds Zurin Orb, which is cute. Ooh, do I want a third Crucible effect? Get this Excavator up in here. That's a nice Triome, isn't it? It's a real nice Triome. I don't hate the deck Fade and Splash. I don't hate Umezawa's. They all solve problems for the deck, right? Every card here kind of solves problems for the deck. It's possible with Crucible and Red and 6. I don't even want the Excavator, although I can Green Sun for it. It is nice to have a Crucible effect that you can Green Sun for. Yeah, give me the Excavator. Something we missed out on is Titania. Didn't get to see a Titanium. Throw Mana Dork in here. Yavimaya is pretty good. I do like this Talisman, though. Like the Talisman of Curiosity, it double fixes and then helps us kick this Myco Spawn. I think kicking Myco Spawn's very good. Slate Birds of Paradise. The Sentinel works really well with Nadu. That's kind of a tough call. Lotus Cobra is very good with all the landfall stuff, too. All the fetches and everything. Currently, our only thing that works with Nadu is Bristly Bill, so I think I like the Sentinel. Even though our 3-drop is kind of clumped and the birds would be real nice. I'm just going to think here for a sec. Maybe that's a good reason to have grabbed the Umezawa's, Just another thing to trigger Nadu. I'm going to take the birds. A little Dargan action. Lumberjack Wield. Love to see that. I think we cut the Llanowar Elves now. Crop Rotation or Prime Time? I think we can afford the Prime Time. I think we have enough ramp now to do the good one. A little sideboard action. All right, folks. We have come to the sponsored content of the stream. That's right. Let's build a deck. Let's play some Magic the Gathering. Ooh, complaining about light mode. That's a timeout. I'm so happy since I just decided to start timing that out. Wasn't thin-skinned about it the first like 50 comments. At a certain point, it's just like I don't wanna deal with this. You dare me to MTG? I'll try. I'll do my best here. Sarcastically praising light mode. It's scary because if I can't tell the difference. So I like the Courser with the fast spawn. Courser's gonna stay in for sure. You could cut Crucible, because we can just Green Sun Zenith for Excavator. It's possible that I don't actually want the Crucible in here. Maybe that's crazy talk. The Scrapwork Mutt turns into like pretty reasonable selection when you've got when you have Crucible effects to rebuy lanes that you've been. I think I'm still gonna cut it here. Gotta cut something, right? It is one of our lower powered cards. Oh, we even have a Dinosaur for Wadley, huh? We got that Bellborn there. Yeah, I think the Huatli makes the blue splash a lot better. The Nadu is not combining with much, right? It's mostly just the Bristly Bill. I think you've got Nadu and Bristly Bill and Fastbond going though, huh? And we have Green Sun to like help put Nadu and Bill together. I think there's something there. What are we bringing back with Eternal Witness? The Malevolent Rumble in particular plays well with Eternal Witness. But it's really like any piece of the combo that gets destroyed, right? Maybe I'll cut this dragon. I could have the red splash just be red and 6 and Bloodbraid. The Lumberjack's pretty good with all this land recursion, though. Pretty good turn 1 play, Yeah, let's try this. No, I want the Lumberjack. I want the Lumberjack in. I'm gonna re-add it. It's weird, but what if we shave a land? It's odd to play like Lumberjack while you're shaving lands and stuff, but we have double Talisman here, Birds of Paradise, and then a bunch of land recursion. And our curve's not actually that aggressive. Yeah, I think this mana's good. How often can we turn 1 the Lumberjack is the question. We have 5 sources of turn 1 red, and then there's Birds of Paradise and a Talisman here. I think that's enough. How many forces is this? 5. It's like 11 green. I think this is good. I think it's a good mana base. Yeah, the mana's very good in this hand, but we're on the draw. I think it's like really slow, right? I'm gonna send it back. This is better. This is better to me. I think we actually bin Oko here. Why am I not playing Horizon Canopy? I don't really like paying life. That's a brutal duress, Rude. What's the Eternal Witness getting back, Caleb? Yeah, what is it? What could we possibly want to recur in this deck? I guess I'll Foothills. You got it, Lord Chef Mage. Opponent's got a bunch of mana. They're playing blue-black. I don't think our Witness Fastbond Excavator thing would just resolve here. So I'm playing out the Bloodbraid Challenger to try and soften them up a bit. Get him to use some removal, right? You know this I could have used? A Titanium. Would have been real sick. I think that was our biggest miss. Just dressing. I think they knew about the Excavator. I'm going to witness back the Fastbond here, It really made me want to bring the dragon in. Maybe it's better than this Vaultborn Tyrant. I do like that we've got something for Huali to go grab them. I guess I'll just submit. Hand could use a land drop or two, Force of Will on Fastbond. You got it. Pitch and consider. So if I draw a land naturally, I'm just going to play Bill on 2. If I don't, then I think I want to crack the research desk and try and hit a lane drop that way. Make sure I can play Nadu on time, right? Perfect. And then if we want to strip mine next turn, we could lead on Bristly Bill, play the strip mine, get a 1/1 counter, and then sack. And if we want to play the Nadu, we can just play the strip mine and cast the Nadu, right? The theater entries are over, Ender. I streamed as much of them as I could. I literally did a 24-hour stream last week. They're not open 24/7. They're open for like 1 day a week. Yesterday was the main day that they were open here, but I wasn't in town yesterday. Nice timing on the last one. Yeah, right? 23-hour crab cake. I did stop after they announced the leagues were ending last week. How's camping? Camping was great. Camping was a good time. The only downside to the camping was that there'd been some recent showers and there's a lot of humidity in the air. And so I was having a darn of a time trying to get a fire going. And I tried so hard. I like restacked my, you know, you make a little like wood teepee of like kindling and then like slightly stronger branches. I like restacked it several times. I had a lighter and just like burning at it and stuff, and the twigs would start on fire, but then they would like immediately go out once they got to the wood that wasn't dried, you know, that I hadn't dried out with the lighter. I had this butane torch, this butane stove, and I just like set the butane stove on the wood pile. Didn't work. Nothing worked. Fortunately, the butane stove was still like large enough to let me I think I can block. It's okay. Just let me cook. And so we got back from hiking on Friday night, and I was still able to, you know, use the old cast iron, fry up some bacon and eggs, and then I cooked some brat in the bacon fat. Very heavy, but it was so nice to have a hot meal. Making an Archon here. Oh, that's a Burrogoyf. Jesus Christ, just a 7/8 Burrogoyf, Not loving my odds this game. I think I need to, like, Oath of Hultborn Tyrant and then chump the Burrogoyf. Oh, but it's got Trample, right? No, it's just got Death Touch and Lifelink. How did it feel now that I'm not in my 20s anymore? The camping itself was pretty good. I have this fancy sleeping pad that like kept its air all night, and then in the and then over the top of it, it's got like a little like thin memory foam layer. So we were actually pretty comfortable. The rough part of the whole experience was hiking, really. We've been doing a lot of hikes lately, including some like 5 or 6 mile ones, but they weren't like at an incline, and we basically hiked up a giant mountain. Gorgeous views, really good time, but my God, were we done? You know, we were just done by the end of it. My back's still sore, my legs are still sore. I shouldn't cut the Volborn Tyrant. Don't want to like catch a stray and let them reanimate it or something. Oh, how the 24-hour stream feel now that I'm not in my 20s anymore? It was fine. I did have to have some energy drinks. That was like it became obvious that was going to be necessary at a certain point. And I largely quit energy drinks when I quit soda. So I was like a little feel bad, but I think that was the only feel bad part of it, doing the 24-hour stream. I would do another one for sure. If the timing felt right. I don't want to thin my deck of land drops right now. I mean, I could just go get some fixing or some strip mine action. That's one crazy frog. Having a darned of a time hitting land drops over here. Yeah, Second Frog is pretty great. There's not infinite lands in the deck. We got like a Mox replacing one, and there's a bunch of mana dorks and rocks and stuff in here. So I think there's only 15 lands. With like gobs of land recursion and such. Research Desk is the perfect card to get Inquisition, that's for sure. I guess I get Strip Mine. Do I want to try blocking this frog or not is a real question. I mean, they can just fly it. Yeah, let's just get in. I guess we could rebuy a Research Desk, but then we're losing to the Soko. How much does that matter? I want them both. Let's grab the land because we got that Eternal Witness on top of our library. Potentially popping off next turn. One cool thing about those bounce lands is that they just give you lethal with Bristly Bill and Fast Bond. Oh, very cool. Punishing Waterfalls. Wonder why that frog's not serving. I think we get to win if they have not drawn Force of Will. And if they have drawn Force of Will, then I think we get to lose. That's basically how this works. Force of Negation. Yeah, butts indeed, hum. Yeah, the Crucible resolves there. We can sacrifice all of our lands to Zerganor and then rebuy all the lands, have infinite life, infinite mana. strip mine all of their lands, and then Waterlogged Grove go through our entire deck, right? Beat an Archon pretty handily. Would have been sick, yeah. We did know that they had at least one free counter in their deck, though, so it was not completely crazy for it to not come together. The old combo deck trying to beat the blue-black disruption deck, Tail old is time. So I don't want to cascade into this Talisman, so I'm just going to fetch here. I think Oko is my only live cascade hit, Green Sun on top, fantastic. Okie dokie. I guess we could survive another Archon and tank, right? We have lands to sack and such. Should I even cast the Bloodbraid Challenger? Just sitting Green Sun. I guess I could find more lands off the top. The Excavator is underneath this bat. Am I saying there's a chance? Not really. I think we deck is the issue. Without like Bristly Bill to like grow all my creatures permanently and stuff. We turn a Witness in the graveyard. I don't have a way of reshuffling that stuff. It's always done that, Tombstone. Every time I import a limited deck, it does that to me. I don't know why. Hello, hello. Sup, 7? Bing. Sweet. Yeah, I was very dead there. I could not beat their board. I had 9 cards left in my deck. There was like a disenchant for one of their enchantments. Just very, very dead. Had infinite life, 9 cards, just decking in 9 turns. Anyway, cool. Yeah, our curve's very low. We have a ton of land recursion with Ren and 6 and such. Essentially, we've only shaved 1 land from a typical 17 land deck. I'm gonna grab the Nadu to potentially combine with Bristly Bill here. Deck needs a Thassa's Oracle. I would prefer an Emrakul. I'd prefer a 15-man Emrakul to just hardcast. Oh, that is interesting. Just took a sip of that barley wine. We don't have a landfall for the bill. I'm just gonna rumble here. Oh, hey, I completed the 2-hour HelloFresh partner stream. There's gonna be one more of those where we go and like look at their website and such. And I'll be eating food live when I do that. That'll be about a week from now. But for now, I can turn off the... I just want to adjust the settings on the bot. I know it's in here somewhere. Ooh, I just figured out how to switch to light mode. That's exciting. Oh, stop strip mine. Yeah, I'm just gonna play Bristly Bill and strip mine my opponent, I think. Little awkward to strip someone that's got more mana production than you, right? Then you got these treasure tokens. Ah, here we are. I feel like I'm getting controlled a little bit here. Do not like it. Dargan. We could Oko and turn that into a 3-3, but then we lose the Oko. I think I'm still just supposed to replay the Corsair. And hope we're not just dead. Opponent's got so much mana available, Oh my god. Not loving my odds here, folks. Yeah, us just being stuck on 1 spell per turn was pretty brutal there. Yeah, so it's 13 actual lands, but then Mox Emerald's essentially land. Once Upon a Time is essentially a land. And then I was shaving 1 land for the Mana Dorks and stuff. Maybe I am short a land here. Yeah, let's play 1 more. I'll just pull the Canopy in. Terra Sunder? What do you want Terra Sunder for? I need cuts right now. I kind of want to have that Llanowar Elves. And I already like have to cut one. Because I have 41 here. I guess it'll be Lumberjack. Seems really good with some of my draws, though. The Talismans give me Coalesce for my 4-drop, right? And so I can actually kick it. They're also fixing, whereas a basic would not be. Two different sources versus 1. And acceleration. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Playful and Fat Mikey. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 21 months. Yeah, you can't run the talismans and lands. You can't run all the mana orcs and the lands and stuff. You'll flood the bejeebus, right? Yeah, we'll put on a land drop next turn. We can just play the Courser and try to hit again. And if we hit, we'll just have a turn 4 prime time. That could be good. You're so sick of that Ajani? It's a really good card, that Ajani. Real good. Yep, take 2. In this cube, it's really good with Gut, Bombardiers, and Skull Clamp. Is Green Sun interesting? I'm just going to Courser here. Fuck. I guess I regret not getting Birds of Paradise. I guess. Oh, opponent's got some good cards, huh? Yeah, I like these Jeskai decks. Get to play some really good gold cards. Get to play the Boros gold cards and the blue-white gold cards. Those are all real strong. And the white-red duels usually go pretty late. Maybe less so these days. This is a spot where a Guy's Cradle would really do a lot for me. You're trying out some raspberry tea? Nice. Very cool. Tomorrow now. Yeah, we could 2-drop a Guy's Cradle, then we could like double or triple activate Bristly Bill next turn, and that's usually good for some wins, Is Parallax Wave just gonna show up and ruin my life again? Well, we're at 15 at least. I don't think this quite solos me. Yeah, we're at 7 now. Yeah, getting the Courser off the board makes sense, No trophies allowed on the stream. We managed a, actually managed with one earlier. The one that we got off, that was for an invite. So I should be able to do 264s this week. See what signups are like tomorrow. Yeah, it's just lethal, There's that fast bond I wanted. I guess we've been primetime hum. So now the question is whether we go get Nadu next turn or the Excavator, right? Nadu playing well with the Bill, Excavator playing well with the Zernorm. We'll see what our draw is for next turn. I think I'm getting Nadu. Tomorrow, Ethos Scotty. If you have an invite, check tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday. That is the day to check for the 64 persons. It's possible that they don't all fill up tomorrow, but the days that they play are the rest of the days of the week. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Funk Type thinks there's 62 months there. I almost want to go get Courser. But I guess destroying a land naturally is pretty fine here. Yeah, we actually have a lot of draws that give us land drops, right? Because the Green Sun can go get the Excavator. We could draw the Excavator naturally, or we could draw the Crucible. And that's on top of destroying a land naturally, or Once Upon a Time, or Rumble to find a land, get things rolling. We could also draw that. The Birds of Paradise isn't that bad. At least it lets me activate Bill next turn. In the middle of my cube stream, that'd be hard. Mythic Common. If you would like to donate $200, I will switch formats just for you. I'm not expecting to do any Legacy streams this week. Gonna be doing a few, oh, that's bad for me. All right, let's see what they got for this Eureka. Eureka-ing in Corsair. They've got to have something better than Corsair. A land to go with the Corsair. Are Stips open? Stips are indeed open. Oh, they have a Titania. That's pretty fortunate. I thought I turned off that bot. Yeah, it's literally like grayed out in the chat commands. Awkward. Well, I did everything I could. They also have fast spawn Corsair. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the new Summoning Sickness either. I especially dislike that it makes it hard to read cards. That they have the lines going through like the text and the names and stuff. Kind of wondering how they focus group that. Like, they could have something more colorful, but just like keep it on the art, right? Keep it on the part of the card that you don't need to read. Like the power and toughness. Having a line go through the power and toughness there is pretty awkward. Pywo wants to see some elementals. Absolutely, Pywo. We can try that. Right after this match, we'll be forcing elementals. Let's go. That was the day they hired a crowd strike intern. Now it all makes sense. Yeah, there's not a ton of elementals in the cube, but there are some clone effects. God, that's so much worse than a... Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? This is tough. There's no like real good attacks. I guess I attack them. Land here would have been so good, right? Opponent gets to draw a lot of cards next turn. Yeah, if I draw a land for turn, then I get to trigger the Nadu, and I get to like Activate Bill, so that's like already like not only another card drawn, but 2 more damage. Put them to 3, and then if the Nadu trigger, it's another land. All of a sudden they're at 1. The thing I like about Nissa as a payoff is that it also finds you elves. Like, there's no elementals in this deck, but the Nissas can find elf things. Unless Bill's an elemental. Nope, plant. I think the opponent's just thinking about how to tap here. And whether they want to draw a bunch of cards or serve with Hex Drinker. I don't think it matters much, but we'll see. The 3/3s are just good to serve into the bill. If I eat them, they turn into 5/3s, so can get pretty aggressive if they want. Pretty glad they didn't play out the Crucible effect. I'm just like rebuy lands. I think I need to hit like runner lands here, right? Land, put a counter on Nadu, another land. Oh, God damn it. Well, I don't think we're dead on board. So I guess Nadu attacks them again. Oh yeah, I guess a land would have been lethal, huh? I only needed 1 there. The fairest Nadu in the West, yeah. It's getting there. The Excavator plus rebuying lands here is land neutral. The name Desert an Orb and whiffed. Well, that's good for me. Do I win then? Is that what happens now? I think they could have rebought the Triplicate Titan, just download Tameo on the Triplicate Titan and had a 9/9 flying blocker. Like, I think they had enough mana with the Nis uptick. Oh shit, what up? Hey Omri, thanks for 78 months. 17 elementals if you count the 3 elemental lands. I don't think you do count the elemental lands. They can't trigger that 1/1, right? Oh, is Shifting Woodland gonna save them? Do they not have Delirium? They should definitely have Delirium, right? Oh, they played another land. Definitely should auto-yielded some of their triggers. They got World Spine Worm in there. Might be a flash deck. Or maybe that's just another thing to Eureka into play. The Shifting Woodland has Summoning Sickness, right? But Nissa could give it haste. Oh, but it becomes the thing, right? It stops being a land. If only I had a Bajuka Bog in my deck. I think I lose this, but if I hit, I don't know, 2 lanes in a row, I guess. Yeah, I don't think that quite gets me there. Never mind, I think we win now. Could have even fit a Reclamation activation in there, too. They get Upheaval and draw 7s and stuff. We have very different versions of this deck, That game kind of made me want to play Revoker for their Planeswalkers. There's just no space, right? There's no space. The Talismans are worse than land when I've got Bill. They're way better than land if I'm ramping into Mycospawn. Oh, the fucking thing didn't cut. People really like adding lands when they get mana screwed, when they want more land drops. Love adding more lands after that. But what I recommend is building a mana base with the amount of lands that you need in your average game. And then if you get mana screwed, you can be confident that you have the right number. You don't have to add a bunch of lands and then flood out, right? I say as I keep a 0-lander. Yeah, we're playing 3 land recursion effects, El Fortuna, with 2 fetches and a Strip Mine to rebuy them. And a bunch of cards that tutor for lands. I understand that this deck that I built around landfall synergies desires to draw lands. I get it. I actually built the deck. But yeah, the talismans are fixing. So you cut the blue talisman, now you're like down a blue source. Now you're playing your Oko and your Nadu on time as often. They're like triple fixing because they're also fixing for this Mycospawn, and they're ramping. They're accelerating you. So like comparing them to lands doesn't really make sense, right? You should be comparing them to like mana dorks and 2-drops and stuff. Suppose this Tarmogoyf fucking sucks in this spot. I'm just gonna rebuy Research Desk. Let's get the red and 6. The issue with the red and 6 is that we actually have to cast it to not lose it next turn, which means I'm not Myco-spawning for a Strip Mine. Not paying any life to the Sylvan Library. No reason not to gain 2 life there, right? In an ideal world, we'll be able to Myco-spawn for Strip Mine next turn and then double strip. Sure. Feels like removing double green there is good. We'll see how much that matters versus this Courser and such. They're able to fast bond with Library. They have fast bond Courser. That's annoying. And a land on top. That'd be sweet if we could get our fast bond. That'd be so good. Yeah. Yep. Despite being strip mined down to 0 green sources last turn, they are now at 3 green sources. Yeah, it might be fast bond or bust for me, hum. Think about grabbing Nadu. I wonder if Bill's better. God, this Tarmogoyf sucks so hard. Shooting Nadu. Well, I want to strip mine my opponent this turn. I can shoot Nadu in some other turn, right? That's a thing that I can do at any point. If I don't take the Ren, I'm not strip mining. On a future turn, I might have the Crucible down. I might get to do both in the same turn. Yeah, really don't need those comments, though. About, like, how my cards can synergize with each other. Reads like backseating, even if it's for future turns. We talked about it. We talked about Ren pings, triggering Nadu and stuff. Talk about another draw that needs a fast bond, Tom. Yeah, we did lose that strip mine though, and they're running out of their lands anyway. Yeah, I think it's probably fast bond or bust for us. Opponent's gonna connect their infinite here pretty soon, or either like Tameo to filter and another draw 7 in the graveyard. And we just are not doing that. Upheaval on top. Sure. Bill plus Nadu might do something. We have a fetch here too. Oh, very difficult to actually kill this opponent, right? Very difficult to lethal them because they have Zurin Orb and all the lands in the universe in play. I might need to Nadu into fast bond. Yeah, 7 new cards that are not fast bond, yeah. I was telling chat boarding out fast bond's probably a bad idea, but I don't know how I got talked into that. Hey! That's not bad. That's not bad. Just a win, right? Because we can Green Sun for our other Crucible effect. We have card draws too with Canopy here. I mean, we deck at a certain point. Can I not have this jerk around? We're just gonna pump Nadu. Actually, what up? Hey, Dim's a turd. Thanks for 18 months. Sunday fun day. You know it. Don't you know it? And we do need to make this Nadu large enough. Get some more triggers to stack here. Why not? I guess we can activate Bill. That'll save some time. We're going to do a few loops of this, and then we're going to do a few loops targeting the birds, and we're just going to activate Bill a few times. And that'll be enough to win through their orb over there. They're just making sure I attack for enough, I think. I think they didn't have 6 because they want to make sure that they don't miss the opportunity to sack to the Zurin orb. But it is very annoying, isn't it? They could also auto-yield all my triggers. Maybe they've already done that. Made a swing for like 40. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be hard. Yeah. The Bill activations start to get pretty ridiculous, right? Yeah, I was just going to grow the bird up to some amount, and then activate Bill like 3 times, and it would have been way more than 40, right? They can block one of our fires. Can they?